Okay, the Christmas tree is a spruce tree. Ah, I saw you pointing right. It's a spruce tree. Spruce needles, mildly toxic to cats. So I only like to have it down there where they can eat it when there's supervision. So I can be like, get the heck out of there. Now you might say, why not just lift it up to one of these shelves? You can't see, but the Christmas tree is about 3 inches too tall to go on the shelf because there's another shelf on top of that. And if it goes on the shelf on top of that, A, you can't see it, and B, it touches the ceiling, which is like it touches and kind of like bends at the top. So I put it on a shelf upstairs when I go to bed that the cats can't reach. As a result, they won't eat it and get sick. Let's play some Super Auto Pets. By the way, I'm not playing ranked. The reason I'm not playing ranked is, as Claudius said, to thine own self be true. I'll be a submissive citizen. And mine own self is not sweaty enough to do well in ranked, especially to justify the fact that in arena, you click a button and you're instantly in a game. And then in ranked, you press a button, you wait 70 seconds for Point Dexter from Skibidi, Ohio to put in his turn, and he beats the shit out of you like 6 times in a row. So if Skibidi, Ohio could work on their speed a little bit, then I might go back to ranked. I don't mind losing, it's the waiting to lose. That it's like waiting in line for a bougie brunch, and then you're like, what the heck, I paid $24 Canadian for biscuits and gravy? What year is it? Okay, how about... Plus they're Canadian biscuits and gravy. Everyone ticked off Ohio on their bingo card? I'll stop doing it when you stop laughing. Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's a scaling weekly. Who has good biscuits and gravy? It's not even like a theory on biscuits and gravy. I have like a confusion. Maybe I have a problem with biscuits and gravy. Biscuits and gravy tastes good. Really good. But it is an unremarkable dish in description for how unhealthy it is. Like, how is it possible that it's that bad for you without having like it's as bad for you as eating like a Baconator and a half, and it's just bread and sauce. Like, what are we doing here? I guess it's literally just hot fat poured over flour, but still. It's one of those things where, like, when I'm eating it, I'm like, this really tastes good. But then, like, after I eat it, I was like, man, was that really worth, like, 1,100 calories? Sometimes, maybe not on the Disney cruise. You know what? We're going to take a jellyfish, get a little spicy. I'm a little out of practice in SAP. My afternoons, I used to, I mean, mostly because we've been away a lot. I've had to record a lot of Super Auto Pets so that I have some in reserve for when we're away. But we're not going away for, I don't know how long, to be honest with you. So as a result, I've been able to pull back a little bit on the SAP, which means like I haven't built my mental model for like the last 3 weeklies, which does mean I was probably getting my butt kicked in every single one, but... Baboon and Weasel. Tier 2, tier 2, tier 2, tier 2. You kind of stink. You kind of stink like my office does right now. It's just sweat. It's no big deal. One of those. And we'll just simmer on this one. We need some food at some point. This weekly's big on food, I think. Why is it stinky? Because we were sweating it up down here. It's a damn sweat lodge, whatever the heck that means. I'll take it. Your muted SAP video today had me laughing. I did. I recall recording it. I remember I muted my microphone. I can't even remember why, but after the stream, I muted my microphone and then I recorded Super Auto Pets. And that's why someone was asking why I always look over at my video player, like or at where chat normally is, even when I'm recording for YouTube. Part of it is force of habit. The second part of it is it's nice like every 45 seconds to check your OBS and make sure that it's recording and your microphone is working and the video is not like, you know, it's because sometimes like I start it up and it looks like this, and sometimes I start it up and it looks like this, you know, and I could record for like half a video like this if I wasn't paying attention. And watch this. Fit to screen. Yes, I know what I'm doing. It is the phone wallet keys check. You're absolutely right. You know, fuck it, we don't roll. You ever lose a video like that? Like, the state of content creation circa like 2013, 2014, you lose like 1 in 10 videos. Fraps decides not to work, or because it saves videos at 1 gigabyte per minute, you accidentally like filled up whatever external hard drive you were writing your videos onto, or Camtasia Studio crashes like mid-recording. Like, there was like a 10% breakage back in the day. Now it's like, I don't even know. It's like negative 30% breakage, negative 50%. Like every piece of content I make then gets put on, gets made on Twitch, put on YouTube, sliced up by the librarian 25 different ways and distributed across 13 different compilations, turned into YouTube shorts. Like it's crazy, the multiplications we got going on here now. It's like a damn Xerox machine. In 2014, you would like record a 40-minute Isaac video, and then when you went to like compile it, you would cross your fingers and you'd be like, oh, there was some good stuff in that one. Sorry, it's lost to the ether forever. Okay, sell me. It's a cassowary's day to shine. We got 5 life. It's round 6. You're gone, brother. And you know what? We got I'll buy you, and then we get a strawberry for the cassowary next turn. Accidentally record an entire video, find out that my microphone was muted. Yep, accidentally record an entire video, but find out that every time you open a Source Engine game, it automatically pushes your mic volume to 100, so you sound like a 75-year-old, like, deadbeat dad on Modern Warfare 2 on Xbox Live. Used to happen all the time. We've come a long way. I'm going to keep you, I think. It's a bit of a spicy play, I'll admit. We really love to see a jellyfish. Weasel's okay, but jellyfish would go crazy. All right, it is what it is. Sound like a damn old TV. Yeah, you sound like a TV that has its volume set at 17 out of 100. Okay, also very nice, for sure. I'm not a big fan of you, honestly, but I am a huge fan of a moose in all circumstances. I guess I could have just put you there. No, I think I made the right decision. Give me some tier 1s. Thank you, and don't buff the crow. Oh, you... So, I see you, thank you. I can't believe we're going down to 2 life. You should not play SAP on a Friday, bro. Some of you guys are cool. Do not play SAP on Fridays. Level me. Sell me. I'm gonna level with you as well. You need this laddie right here. This is gonna change the game for us completely. I'm not gonna buy an apple. I'd rather roll. Freeze me. Nah, that's fine. We got a shot here. The secret to this week is Kiwi and Shoebill. One day I gotta join the Super Auto Pets Discord so I can get the cliff notes faster. I don't think we're dead. I actually think we're getting there. Now, should be pretty apparent, I don't know what I'm talking about. Ooh! Him. Okay, that's not so bad. During SAP, I'm more of a Type B viewer. Type B viewer. Shit poster. I respect that. That's better in SAP for me. I think on the continuum, a Type A viewer is good when you don't know what you're doing in the game. And a Type B viewer is good if you do know what you're doing in the game. A Type A viewer is watching for the game. They are a backseater. They want to help, or they want to be perceived to be helping. Either one is fine. Type B is just here to type, Corn Pop was a bad dude. Listen, Jack, how do I print from PDF? Okay? And viewers oscillate depending on the game, too. Some are 98% Type B, but you play the right game, they're a Type A. Some are largely Type A, but then you do React Court, all of a sudden they're a Type B. It happens. Okay, I'd love to see a strawberry. Strawberry. Love to see a strawberry on this roll. It stings. Stings when you do me like that. Can you add Biden Blast? I don't think that's gonna happen. What the fuck? I died? I had the greatest team of all time. 4 wins? What is this? Disappointing Bright Eyes album to follow up I'm Wide Awake It's Morning? It's ridiculous. Don't buy that yet. Go, we get this. We get this. If we lose round 1, we lose round 1. +2, +2, +2, +2. It was a disappointing album, folks. Now, it still had some okay songs, but still. Silk WD, thank you for the gifted subscriptions, by the way. You do get a fishy ice cube from time to time, by the way. Sometimes you get an ice cube that kind of tastes like it came from the ocean. Thank you again, Silk WD, thank you. Please change your fridge filter. It's not my ice cubes. I drink my beverages without ice. You should know already. I'm out here any percent iceless. Did you see that Big Boy inducted Kate Bush into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame earlier this week? I did not see that, but I love that for them. Why was Big Boy the one adding Kate Bush into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? He's a huge Kate Bush fan. I would not have predicted that, but I love that. Big Boy rizzed up Kate Bush. While she was running up that hill, you know he was taking the Cadillac. Why was she inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Okay, hater, I see you. This is big. I think we do this. I think we content ourselves to a 4-squad Andy. We buy you next turn. Skibidi Toilet got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yes, that's great too, because isn't it in Skibidi, Ohio? Or am I crazy? See, look, Librarian became a Type A viewer. They said the problem with the bat is if they have a level 2 turtle. Librarian is the ultimate type B viewer, and here they are type Aing in Super Auto Pets. It's that everyone exists on the continuum. It's like the Kinsey scale of Twitch. Okay, we're buffing a bat. I'm yelling timber. We're still buffing a bat. You know, why don't you take a little fried shrimp for now? It takes us to 2 gold anyway. Let's go! We're so back. We buff you. Pretty cheap. 1-2 for 2. We embrace it. We embrace it. Don't we, folks? We're not flipping anybody's stats, so let's roll one time. Not pleased with my roll. We roll one more time again, and we stop there. Hey NL, I bought a 77-inch OLED TV so I can watch your shiny ball dome in blistering upscaled 4K definition. Me last night watching the first period of the Canucks game, wondering why it's not on the 4K channel, and then realizing that Ottawa, Ontario doesn't have any 4K compliant cameras yet, I guess. Sorry, not Ottawa, Canada. Canada, Ontario. They're still rocking the 1080i out there for whatever reason. It is called Canada. I swear, it's Canada, comma, Ontario, comma, Canada. I swear to God. Isn't it, folks? I roll again. What's your ass spitting out? Level 2 mouse? 1-2 buckle my shoe then, brother. That sounds like a party to me. I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. I do. Meanwhile, like every fucking garbage Netflix show that's like, we took 12 unemployed 20-somethings and made them date each other in the metaverse. Every single one of those is filmed in like 16K virtual reality, mixed reality. It's insane. How do they do that? We can't get the Ottawa Senators Vancouver Canucks game in anything but 1080i. I was laughing too, and maybe people aren't going to resonate with this bit. That's fine. This one can be for me. I got served a video on Twitter, and it said, this video of using mixed reality will revolutionize the way you do chores. So the dude was wearing like an Oculus fucking Meta Quest 17.3 with the Jelly Bean firmware or whatever. And it had, he had mixed reality setup. So it basically gave him like a digital iPad that was just floating around in space. And you could see while he was like doing the laundry, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was playing at the same time, and then he was like moving from room to room, and then he would take like the digital iPad and then like put it somewhere else so he could still look at it. While I'm just gonna say, wait until you find out about the existence of the real iPad that doesn't require you to wear goofy ass fucking ski goggles on your head all the time. Give yourself a dent in the back of the head. I'm not saying it's not impressive, like it's technologically impressive. I'm just saying at the same time, wait until you find out you can just pop some Bluetooth earbuds in and like listen to a podcast or something like that. I do have to say, I think like we're going hard on the Peloton, okay? Most people are not doing what we're doing on the Peloton. But if you were like in good shape in the 90s, you were fucking built different, in my opinion. Your ass was not taking a Discman onto the treadmill. Even with 8 seconds of anti-skip protection, you would get through like 2 songs in an hour. It would take forever. What? So you were just like because I probably the first time I went to a gym was maybe like 2002, 2003. I'm older than you are probably. And the gym that I went to, people were like, "Oh, this is kind of like not the best gym. They only have one TV in the cardio section." So everybody was running on the treadmill, using the Stairmaster and stuff like that. All of the people were looking like angling their necks to look at a single TV with no sound on. And then when I was in college, I went to a gym that had the TV remote in every treadmill and the TV. And it was like, oh my God. No sound, but at least I can watch like Bloomberg News Network or something, or like the same Sports Center highlights 500 times while I'm doing my jog. In the 90s, you were built different if you were running on a treadmill inside. Or if you, and I apologize for getting sidetracked here. Has anyone ever gotten fit on an analog stationary bike? You know, like the one you'd see at your grandma's house that was just like a conveyor belt of sandpaper and then like a tension wrench attached to the handlebars. If anyone ever lost 25 pounds exercising with that, you need to go be the next Dalai Lama because you have such unbelievable focus and internal strength. Every time I got on the Peloton, I'm like, it's got to be the perfect classes, perfect music. I got to have a sweatband to catch my sweat. I've got two bananas ready to go to amortize out over 2 hours, 2 bottles of like fluids with electrolytes in them. And I got to get out of the saddle every 20 minutes. And then meanwhile, grandma was just hopping on, staring at the damn beige wall and going for 30 minutes, not even doing any intervals, just cranking up the resistance as high as she could go and pedaling. It's crazy, man. Anyway. They were built different back then, maybe. I got to look at this, okay? Every turn, at the cost of a space, you're giving us 1 gold and a 2/2 buff. I'm going to say it can last until it can't. You're giving a 2/2 buff that doesn't require an empty space. Okay. I know it's going to yeet the dude, the mouse is going to get yeeted out of the side, but this guy's getting sold next turn anyway. It's kind of satisfying to watch, too. Okay, you're gone. Obviously, you're on. Let me see. 5, 3, 2, 1. Oh! Little bro went flying. I love that for him, kind of. Okay, save 2 gold. Get this moose pumping. Trying to figure out if it's an Emma Lovewell day or a Cody Rigsby day. Well, here's what I would say, Jay. The Cody Rigsby ride is a good ego ride. Lots of out of the saddle work, if that's the sort of thing you're interested in. And some days, because I've been doing a lot of in the saddle work, it felt great to be out of the saddle. The average cadence on the ride was like 70 versus like an 80, 85 on a normal ride. I enjoyed it. But if you want to be in the saddle, I would say you can't go wrong. Let me put it that way. They're both good. Take this. Taste my blade. Bro actually said, taste my blade. Yeah. Looks good to me, brother. I think I'm doing out of the saddle wrong. My quads light up instantly. We are basically just 5 hours of bicycling talk now, but here's what I'm going to say to you. If out of the saddle's burning you up like that, like a Jonas Brothers song, the first thing I would recommend after tasting my blade is check your seat height for when you're in the saddle. Supposed to be, the seat is supposed to be roughly at the height of the top of your hip. Almost everybody, myself included, rides too low. I'm 5'10", depending on who's asking. And I'm sitting at, well, it's freaking me out because I'm sitting at 20 here, but I'm pretty sure I start at 26. Am I really falling 6 centimeters every 2 hours? That doesn't seem right. Anyway, just measure it up. Make sure you're okay. Inseam length. Dude, Chibli got me good. When he was saying, what was he saying? He's always saying stuff. It's one of the crazy things about him. He said, is it over for me? He said he was 5'10", but both shirts and pants are always long on him, which is hilarious. How can you, I'm not trying to be rude, but how is this proportionally possible? Like, how can you have a proportionally small torso and proportionally small legs? Like, unless you have like a long ass neck. And then he said, is it over for me? I asked him what his inseam was, and he said it's 32 and he has to roll up the cuffs. And I said, brother, it might be over. It ain't looking good. Let's put it that way. He'll be fine. He's got personality. Anyway, just get a 30. Yeah, but buying 32 30s is like, I'm not saying I've never done it, but you better try those on and make sure they fit right. Otherwise, your ass is going to end up looking like Steve Urkel. I know that it's like kind of part of the trend these days is if you get like the ankle is cut like a little high, you show a little ankle in like a high sock or something like that, but you better make sure you got them right, okay? You better make sure you're wearing the Blundstones. You can't be walking around with like visible ankle and Skechers if you're still out here in the dating pool, okay? I think we just roll. Moose needs some of our support, man. I'm all of those things. What the hell? At the end of the day, I don't know what I'm talking about either. There is that. You should always keep that in mind. Holy cow, we're going to get there. It is funny to be like not a tall guy and then say it's over for you, though. I understand why tall people say it. It's a very powerful phrase. I'm Chibli's height, and yeah, sometimes I gotta cuff my 32s. It depends. But yeah, brother, it's over for you. Yes! All right. If you're going to force my hand, if you're going to twist my arm, I'm 6'1" and I cuff my 32s. Fucking long-ass torso, bro. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just observing matter. Look at that 10-piece. They said you couldn't do it with a level 2 Magpie, and yet here we are. We should partner with like Popeyes or something. So whenever I call a win a piece, Popeyes gives out a bespoke Uber Eats code to one viewer that gives them a free meal with that number of chicken tenders in it. Rip to you when you get the one-piece chicken tender meal from Popeyes. Dude burns like an eighth of a tank of gas to deliver you a single chicken tender. Oh, man. Would be funny, though. Could be funny. Stop cuffing your pants, buy a pair of Doc Martens, tuck them into your boot. I like the cuff, honestly. I don't like a cuffed jean, but I like a cuffed trouser. I'll be a rude masseuse. But I will say, as bad as a cuffed jean can look, and I say that as someone who is forced to run that on occasion, depending on the circumstance. Nothing is worse than the jeans where the back of the heel of the jean has clearly been just immersed in puddles and stepped on for like 3 months. So the back of it is like blown out and there's like loose denim fibers hanging out back there. Man, if I could go back to like 9th and 10th grade, there's a few things I would change. That's everyone, it's so brutal because everybody else is saying that was me in primary school. That was me in like the fucking 10th grade. Son of a bitch. You see they're bringing bell bottoms back? I saw an ad for Levi's bell bottoms, and I said, frick you, Levi's, we're not bringing bell bottoms back. Then the lady was kind of lounging around in them, and I was like, never mind. She's kind of serving. Maybe they are back. They've been back. For women, yes. For men, no. That's true. Right now, at least. Do you talk like this IRL? To my wife, yes. To strangers, no. Obviously. I saw the post on the subreddit that was like someone at my work said I talk like I'm 12 years old. I blame NL for this. You're the dude watching it, dummy. You know, you become that which you habitually do. If it's important to you, if you consider it valuable to be considered articulate, your ass should not be watching, Twitch streams 4 hours a day enough that you start to take on my mannerisms. That's on you. I can't control that. I'm just out here. You could change the damn channel. Or learn the code switch a little bit. When I pick up my daughter from daycare, I'm not like, truing. She does struggle to put on her own socks sometimes. True. Yeah, that's pretty true. No, I'm like, thank you so much for the feedback. And then when we get home, I'm like, we're going to drill this shit. Put the sock on. You don't get the goldfish until you put the sock on. I'm rolling. These are not my units. This is my unit. Sell 2. Buy me. Read a book? No. Listen, the Ugly is not talking to me. I'm not mad. But if you want to be articulate, don't read a book. Because you're going to sound like a damn nerd. Oh, prithee, mine employer. I would like to inquire about the plausibility of me being bequeathed on vacation day from yours truly. We said a book, not Canterbury Tales. After you read Canterbury Tales, well, it's like watching The Wolf of Wall Street. You don't need anything after that. Let's put it that way. I gotta say, I think this is more of like a Chibli-related bit or relatable bit. You ever... I'm very wary to be the guy in the group chat who sends a link to a video. I think that, one of the most regrettable parts of millennial culture is that a lot of millennials are way too... and boomers and Gen X are way too liberal with the links in the group chat that take you out of the group chat. They think like, oh, I saw something that was funny. It made me chuckle a little bit. The group chat needs to see this. And I'm like, no. It has to be the funniest thing you've seen in a month in order to make it into the group chat. And it also can't be, you have to talk about the length, okay? If a video's 20 seconds long, it doesn't have to be the funniest thing of all time. But if you're linking like a 3-minute, God forbid, stand-up comedy bit, or like someone being interviewed on a late night show and you're like, you guys should watch this, then that's like, it better be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Let's put it that way. But I did post a link in our group chat of the fake TikTok NPC stream that's role-playing the 13th century. And they're like, what's the play tonight? The tavern. We're going to the tavern. Yeah, tavern's the play. And then like all the Photoshop messages in the chat are so good. It's like Bill the peasant. And it's like, can I come out? Can I come to the tavern with you guys? Sorry, Bill. Lords only. Lords only. We need you in the fields, buddy. Thank you for linking it. I don't want to play it. I want the artist to get the credit. And it is only like 35 seconds long. But it is... it tickled me. It tickled me. Let's just put it that way. I was tickled. I'm going right back to the well, brother. And now the kind of guy to say, I'm going back to the well. But there is a group chat etiquette. You might not think that there's a group chat etiquette, but there is a group chat etiquette. Because you might think that you can just post a link and then people will like watch it or not watch it and keep talking. But like somebody has to acknowledge the link to the video before the conversation can keep going. So like one person has to be like, ha ha, and then you can pivot off of that. But if that link is just sitting there like a pan soaking in the sink that hasn't been washed yet, like it harshes the vibe in the group chat. You might be like, I got some shit to say, but I'm not going to say it and make them feel bad because obviously we didn't like watch their link. You should just say, I'm not watching that. I'm that guy, but people get mad at me. Like if somebody links something that's like, 10 seconds long, I'll watch it. If somebody links something and it's like, I'm just going to be honest with you. If it's 90 seconds long and it's like a TikTok link and it's like an obviously fake video from like an Indian prank YouTube channel, I'm like, I got to level with you, brother. I'm not watching this shit. It's poison. This is not real. This is fabricated. How did we lose that one? Librarian, can I get a post-mortem on how we lost that one? Penguin is not doing enough. That's one thing I'll tell you for the price of On the House. I'm barely watching. Whoa, rip me. Watching the TikTok NPC stream. I would accept that, of course. The TikTok NPC 13th century one, I think it's a very funny video. I think it's hilarious. We're making a desperate play here. Stop me if you've heard this one before. What is your SAP pickup line? Why are you tweeting like the rent is due in chat? What's your SAP? 3 words you can say in Super Auto Pets or in sex. I'm saving my money to buy pancakes. Oh, that's a good one, man. Maybe there's something to it. Oh. Oh, man. Never mind, I get it now. I get it now. It's not looking great. You know what blew my mind, by the way? I didn't catch it all because I was hopping on the bike. But there was like some Twitter discourse today. It was like, I hate to even bring this up, but there's no other way to introduce it. The discourse was like somebody quote tweeting something that was like, milk sells when they find out that cows need to be impregnated in order to produce milk. And I was like, it felt like I got awakened out of the Matrix. Obviously, that makes sense. But in my head, for my entire life, I have just been like, cows make milk. And that milk turns into yummy cheese, and I eat it. I didn't think about the consequences of that, which is that cows have to like constantly be getting impregnated in order to lactate, in order to produce the milk. That is gross, man. I had some cheese this morning, to be honest, but I thought they just sort of like once they reach a certain cow age, they just started producing milk kind of like 24/7, even though it doesn't make sense when you think about it. But I'd never thought about it before. I just went from the time you're a little kid until you get older. You're like, cows make milk. You're like, okay, cool. Bees make honey, cows make milk. I mean, I'm still going to keep eating the cheese. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's something you should confront if you want to eat the cheese while still, you know, being logical. Come on, we're so back. 1 life, 6 wins in a row. Here it comes. In Minecraft, it ain't like that. So true. I think. I don't know. I'd take your word for it at least. Weird thing to lie about. It is true. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. That's why oat milk is based. Me, when I'm the stud on the oat farm. Mmm. Yummy. Oh, it's Friday. We got that Friday feeling. Yeah, we do. I'm not +2 in that? Oh, come on. Come on, it's kind of funny. I'm rolling. This flea's got to get out of here. You're fucking the oats? Listen, buddy, they won't even let me fuck them. What's that? It's a drill tweet, right? 49 HP penguin? 5 wins on that one. Stings.